usual. My eyes are heavy. Very heavy. Woo! But it was a good nap. If you can't tell by my eyes, boy, I was knocked out. Planet Moolah, how did you know? How did you know I would be here right now? You are first, I think. I just woke up from a great nap. If you don't like this live, you're not human. 100%. I have to agree with that statement. Have to agree with that. Oh man, let me pull up the live chat on my laptop so I can look at other things. How you doing today, Planet Moolah? How was your day? How was work? Did you do any Spanish today? Did you see that I put Spanish in the title instead of languages today? I'm trying to trap some more people. Work is terrible? That's not good, bro. Is it always terrible or is it specifically terrible right now for some reason? So I feel like that's also a difference. Oh, hell no. Messing up your paychecks, bro. That's literally, I was just about to say, as long as they're not messing up with your money, you'll be okay. But you literally said they're messing your paychecks up. You know what? That was the thing. They literally owe me $2,000, bro. What the Listen. So I really, when I joined the military, right, I had no intentions of doing 20 years. But I did end up spending so much time in that at one point I said, you know what, like, how bad would it be if, like, through, like, some way I finished my time in the reserves and I did 20 or 30 years and I made whatever number in the reserves that I needed to make retirement. And the thing that messed them up, bro, was that they messed up my paycheck. And they stole my bonus. So the only thing that I cannot deal with is my money being messed up. Like, the job could be horrible. The one thing that would keep me on track is like, you know what? I'm going to get this amount of money on the 15th, so it's cool. On the 1st, so it's cool. So when the 15th comes and you tell me, the paperwork got messed up, so I'm like, bro, I'm about to walk out of here. I'm about to walk out, bro. But you don't want to walk out without your money, so you got to stay until they fix your money and then walk out. That's essentially what I did. Technically, they never fixed it. And they even tried to offer me another bonus in retention. They're like, hey, if you sign another contract, we'll give you a bonus. I'm like, do you understand that I'm leaving because y'all messed up my last bonus? Like, that doesn't make sense, bro. Bro, don't say that on here. Somebody might really report you. That is, that's a little bit of a serious threat. But I feel you, though, honestly. I do feel you. That's crazy. That's very stressful. Like I said, man, it's a lot of things you can kind of deal with just because you're gonna get some money out of it. But if there ain't no money attached to it, bro, now you just piss me off. Planet Moolah, I know you watched my video response to that guy, but did you actually watch that guy's video about not having friends at age 25? If you did watch his original video, what did you think of that? What's your opinion on having no friends at 25? And particularly his situation. I'm not going to blame him for anything, but sometimes I think people push people away and they don't realize it. Nobody has friends anymore. That's actually facts. It is increasingly. Oh, you didn't watch this video. No, it is tougher. It's tougher to have friends. It's tougher to have relationships. I think we work a lot, so it's hard to spend time with people. Um, and if you're not from like a small town and you didn't stay in that small town, then you have moved. You left to go to college. You went somewhere for work or whatever. So you uprooted everything, and you're in a new place. And in this new place, these people have lifelong friends, and you ain't a part of that group, bro. So it is hard. It's hard to make friends. Hey, I thought we was friends. We are friends. We are. But what I'm saying is, it's very tough to make new friends. It's not tough to make new friends. It's tough to make new deep connections, because a lot of that stuff is stuff that you went through when you were kids. So I've known this guy since we were in fifth grade. Oh, me and this guy, we did this, you know. So meeting someone at 25, 30 years old, it's going to be hard to build a really strong bond with them, because you guys have no experiences together. You got to have those experiences together. And part of that, which I addressed in the video, is basically you have to actively try to foster that relationship, right? I can't just be like, you know what, this guy pissed me off, I'm not talking to him anymore. Because you gotta get through those tough times. When you were a kid, you probably don't remember it. If you have like a lifelong best friend or something like that, y'all probably had a lot of petty arguments and got pissed off at each other a lot. But it was high school, so you kind of like saw each other every day. And if you were mad one day, you wake up and see them again the next day, and you're like, "Yo, my bad, bro," and you're back cool again. But it's a lot easier to just kind of brush people off now. You don't have to see them again if you don't want to and stuff. So it's tough, man. Friendship, marriages, all kinds of relationships, man, they're super active. You can't just be like, oh, this exists and it'll stay this way just because it exists. Like, nah. You have to want to make it work. Father, I'm home. What you got to eat? I don't know what I'm gonna eat today, man. I have no idea. We'll see. I think Axel's gonna cook tonight. The dog just ate all of his food right now, so he must have been a hungry guy. Alex Weston, you're never in here. That was a random comment. Caught me by surprise. This is true. That is one reason my marriage fell. What's the other reasons? What did he say about trying to be friends with the opposite sex? I don't remember exactly, but he's 25, and he was just saying something like, I think men and women can be friends, and maybe I'll try to befriend women more or something like that. Something to that effect. He was just basically saying that a lot of people don't think men and women can be just friends, but he thinks that they can, and he's gonna try to befriend them. Honestly, like, I didn't say this in the video, and maybe I should have, but he kind of just had a young mentality to me. Even when he talked, everything was based on high school. He's like, this is my friend from high school, and I'm really sad that we're falling out, and back when I was in high school, blah, blah, blah. And I kept thinking the whole time, I kept having to look at the title of the video. I'm like, did he say he's 20 or 25? Because I'm like, high school is 7 years away, bro. Like, why is every friendship that you're describing high school? Like, how have you gone 7 years and you don't have any, like, significant friendships or something that you made in college or at work or something like that, right? Like, let me think. Out of all my groomsmen at my wedding, my best friend was from high school. His I'll say his cousin. We didn't go to high school together, but I did meet him in high school. So that's two. Jay, I met him in college. AG, I met him in college. Uh, I met Brennan in high school. So 3 out of 5, I met them in high school. 2, I met in college. Will was gonna be in my wedding, but he had issues with his visa stuff. So that would have been 6. So it would have been 3 and 3. Yeah, so it's like half and half. Like I still have bonds from high school, but a lot of people I met after high school. Like my life isn't. It's not just high school because it's been a long time since I was in high school. I wasn't communicative about things that bothered, which eventually led to resentment. Oh yeah, that will definitely happen. And I did give the dude props. I said that he was pretty good at expressing himself, which is good. But I did think that he didn't communicate himself enough with his like ex friends. Everything he kind of said in the video was like, "Oh yeah, I was friends with this guy, but he was saying this word and that pissed me off, and I never told him, but the fact that he would say that hurts me and blah blah." I'm like, bro, you gotta tell him. Like you consider him a friend, you just gonna ditch him because you're saying he's hurting you and like, but you're not telling him that he hurt you. I'm like, this dude probably don't even know what happened. He probably thinks, I don't know what he thinks, but he's probably like, I wonder whatever happened to that dude. Why he just started ignoring me all of a sudden? And like, you know, all my groomsmen except 2 were from elementary, 4 from elementary, 2 from middle school. That's fair, but also, you mainly stayed in the same area. Like mainly, I know you went off to what, Albuquerque, but you still came back. You know what I mean? So I feel like you were able to. I'm not saying you can't, but I think it's easier to hold on to childhood relationships when you grow up in the area your whole life, and even if you leave the college, you come back to the same state and stuff. Like me, I went to college in New York. I came back to Texas for like a year, 2. How long was I in San Antonio? But even then, when I went back, like I actually ended up going to San Angelo for a long time. So, anyways, I left. And then I came up here. So really, like, I really haven't been back to Texas for that long since I left. And so the friends that I have in Texas, like Brendan was in my wedding. I would say out of my friends from back then, with me and him have the like quote unquote weakest relationship. We're so far apart, bro. He has a family, he has kids, a wife. Like, he has less time to talk, less time to hang out. If we lived next door to each other, then I could pop in and say what's up. I wouldn't have to make a phone call and stuff like that. Or I could be like, hey, yo, let's link up this weekend and blah, blah, blah. But I can't do that because I live in Washington. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. I would be interested in knowing the dude that made that video. I would be interested in knowing if he still lives in the same area, or if his friends still live in the same area. Because I mean, that's the same thing essentially. If all of them left for college out of state, then he would be in the same spot, and he probably wants more communication or whatever. And they're just like, bro, like we don't live there, bro. Like we can't talk that much. Those friends are for life in Albuquerque. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, to my point, you made friends along the way, and you kept some from every spot you've been in. I'm the same way. I went to New York. I got, like I said, 2 of my groomsmen are from when I was in school in New York. I made really good friends while I was there. And yeah, I made friends here. I make friends wherever I go because like if I make the bond, I'm actively trying to hold on to it. I'm not trying to push them out of my life. That's the point. I had so many good friends from different times in my life, and I effed it all up. Hey, as long as you know, if you know that, then the next time that you have a chance, then you can do it better. You know what I mean? But at least you're admitting it. Some people refuse to admit that they're a problem. If I could talk to that dude from the video, I would get more in detail about all of those friendships and ask, is he the problem? What is that red and yellow stuff on your TV stand? That is, if I grab this, now the dog is going to jump up and he's going to be expecting me to give him some. This is, it's like a salmon snack. See, you got him excited, bro. You see what you did, bro? Now he's running all around the chair and shit. Here you go, bro. And then the orangish bag is it's like this. It's like a turkey topper. You can like crush it up and put it on the regular dog food so that he's more likely to eat it. Cause he be looking at dog food and he'll just turn his head away and walk away like he's too good to eat dog food or some shit. Nah, I really don't. I don't ever drink whey, to be honest. You're right, but I'm the worst communicator, so I don't know how I keep folks. Sometimes you get lucky, man. I think I've gotten lucky with some of my friendships. I think I've gotten lucky that we maybe have like the same communication style. Like me and you are a good example, bro. Like if Instagram didn't exist, how often would we talk, bro? Like we talked a lot or somewhat a lot when I was in Texas. We trained together, and then I left. And before we really started like sending each other videos and stuff on Instagram, we didn't really talk that much. But when we started sending the videos on Instagram, it wasn't like, oh, why is this dude sending me videos? It's like, oh, that's my boy. Like we got a way that we can keep in touch now. You know what I'm saying? So I think we got lucky with that. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, some stuff. Sometimes you get unlucky. Somebody might have a communication style where they want to talk all the time, or they want to talk via telephone or something like that. Yeah, common ground helps too. Phil likes weightlifting. I like weightlifting. Phil likes fighting. I like fighting. Who's my sauna buddy? My barber. He's my barber because I met him in the sauna. That's how that all started. You don't follow me on the rest of my social media. He's a Puerto Rican dude. He's the reason that my Spanish is so Puerto Rican heavy with vocabulary and stuff. I'm literally, one day I was in the sauna and he was speaking Spanish, and like, yeah, in Spanish, I was like asking him, I'm like, hey bro, you can help me with Spanish? I don't know this dude, bro. And he's just like, you trying to learn Spanish? And I'm like, yeah, bro. And I'm like, yo, just talk to me in Spanish. And I said that, and I don't remember what it was at the time, but he said some shit directly after that, and I was like, what? Like, I didn't know anything that he said. And he was like, oh, you don't know Spanish. but I mean, he was halfway serious and halfway talking shit, but he was like, I got you, bro. He was like, I'm going to say something to you every time I see you in here, and we'll just level up over time. And then, like, we would talk. And the first time, obviously, I was like hella nervous too. So after that time, he would talk to me. He'd be like, oh, you know a lot of Spanish. You know more Spanish than I thought. And so we would talk, and I would just see him every time in the sauna. And then I was like, hey, where's your shop at, bro? I'm going to start coming in and cut over there. And like, I mean, now like I go to him. He's my barber. But like I said, outside of the sauna, I don't hang out with him on the weekends and stuff like that. Like he's like 50 years old, bro. Also married with kids, super busy. He cuts a lot of the Mariners' hair, like the Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. When they fly in here, they call him personally. So like his thing's called Joel VIP Barber Service or Salon or whatever it's called. And like he will shut down his shop, bro. Like all of those dudes, they'll call and they'll be like, hey yo, we got a game on Friday. We need you to come to Seattle, stay at the hotel and cut like basically every Dominican on the team. And he'll be like, if you got an appointment on Friday, he'll be like, yo, I'm going to Seattle. But it's like if you go to him, you know that he cuts the Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, so your appointment might get canceled if it's a game day. Because he's going to make way more money cutting their hair, bro. Like, they be giving him checks, bro. Like, grands at a time because they're rich. So, you don't drink whey? No, mama's whey? Nah, I don't. I do keep it up front. I'm terrible at keeping up. But I'll always listen. Yeah, I'm like the same way, bro. I love whey and milk. I milk's cool. Common. Oh yeah, I already read that. I'm tripping. Two guys in the sauna. I don't even want to know what's going on in your head, bro. Oh. Anybody who pays to watch the Mariners is not very smart. Well, he doesn't have to pay because they pay for him to stay at the hotel and cut their hair. So I don't know that he actually watches the games. He just cuts their hair, man. I've actually met some. I've met some of those guys because of him, and I don't be knowing them because I don't watch baseball like that. He'd be like, "Hey, yo, this is Julio Rodriguez." I'm like, "Okay, Ocho Gusto, bro. I don't know who you are." And then I look him up. I'm like, damn, $400 million contract. That's crazy, bro. Can I have $5, please? Fam, are you sipping on wine? Nah. Close, but no cigar. That's how I know you don't join the stream often, or else you would know what it is. Because I've told everybody multiple times. Not quite as strong as wine. It's a claw. There's no law when you're on the claw. Drinking Bud Light. I don't think Bud Light is this color. I don't think so, mate. Yeah, I saw this video where this bar was like, all right, no more Bud Light. And they ripped off like the cap. I don't know how to describe this. But you know, like in the bar, like they got the tap, right? So they got Bud Light, this. They took the top off and they replaced it with like Miller Lite or something like that. But I was like, they didn't replace the liquid, bro. It's still Bud Light. You just took the top off the thing. Like they literally just peeled the cap off and put Miller Lite on there. And they're like, no more Bud Light. And I was like, guess it doesn't matter if the people you're serving aren't smart. Two claws and Jalen gonna start acting cray. Nah, never two claws, bro. One claw only. Only one claw ever. If I did two, I think I would pass the. Who makes those rules? Not the CDC, FDA, whatever health organization. They have a guide for alcoholism. If you do 14 drinks a week, you passed it. So basically, if I get on a live stream, cup in hand. If I don't get on a live stream, I don't do it. I gotta put more respect on your name. You know what's crazy though? I actually do like wine, but I don't know if this was always this way. And maybe I never paid attention because I was young. But I used to drink Moscato all the time. Like once I discovered wine, because I never drank any alcohol until I was 22. And then I've always thought like hard liquor was disgusting and it doesn't feel good to me. And then one time like somebody was like, yo, you should drink wine, like you're gonna think it's hella girly or something like that, but it's dope. I'm like, all right, I'll try it in the comfort of my own home because I don't want nobody to see me drinking wine. This is when I was like 23 or something like that, bro. Maybe 24. I drank it and I'm like, it's nice because it was sweet. It wasn't like dry or anything. But when the lockdown happened, I remember I was telling Axa I drank wine one time and like, bro, like the next day, like my hands were like stiff, bro. And I was like, I think my hands are swollen, bro. I think my hands and feet are swollen. And every time I would drink wine, and I was drinking a lot more because it was a lockdown. And I was like, bro, we don't gotta go to work. Let's turn up. And it's just like every time I would drink wine, bro, I was just like, I don't know if I'm having an allergic reaction or what, but like my hands, like the next day they would be like swollen and like kind of hard to close. So that's why I stopped drinking wine and I started doing like the seltzers because I don't know, man, something weird was happening, and I was like, well, I don't want to. I feel like if you feel terrible every time you drink and you keep doing it, then I do think that that's a problem. So like the seltzers don't do anything to me. I barely even feel anything, but it's just enough to where it's fun. I thought it was 7 a week. It might be. It might be. Either way, I stay under both. So that's at the time you were throwing up on the first date. Nah, that was a separate time. That was like 2 years before the lockdown. Keep in mind that time, bro. I didn't even know wines with that percentage of alcohol existed. When I would get wine from the gas station, like I just thought like 8% or 10% was the highest, bro. I never saw more than that. So I could drink those, bro. I could drink like an 8% bottle. I could down the whole bottle, and I'll probably feel like I feel right now because I'm 200 plus pounds. At the time, I was probably 200 flat, but either way, first date, I probably was a little nervous, of course. And I'm like, to take the edge off, this wine that she just gave me. Goop, 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 goop. I'm like, man, that was good. And I look at the bottle, I'm like, 18%. I'm like, nah, there's no way. That's impossible. Like a wine can't be 18%. And I'm looking at it, and I literally asked her, I'm like, does this say 18%? She's like, yeah, you just drank the whole bottle. And I was like, fuck. It's too late at that point, bro. I wasn't about to start like gagging myself and throwing up. I was like, yeah, it's cool. But I was like, oh no. I don't feel nothing when I drink post. I like drinking. My consumption is per occasion. Beer, wine, champagne, bourbon. Champagne if I'm trying to get lit fast. Yeah, yeah. On like Saturdays and stuff, if I go out, I would just like kind of take the L and drink some shit that I wouldn't normally drink. Like we went out after the Spence Crawford fight. Axel's friend was in town, so we went right over here to this little spot. And like all they really had was like I can't even remember. I don't know anything about alcohol like that, bro. So like even when he offered the drinks, I'm like, yeah, whatever's popular, bro. I don't know what this stuff means. And he's like, well, this one is this. He's like, but this is vodka. Do you want Tito's or do you want this? And I'm like, I don't know who Tito is, bro. That's fine. Like just pour it up, bro. So yeah, on Saturday, I was definitely drinking stuff that I wouldn't normally drink. But like I said, I was already out, and I'm not about to ask them like, "Hey, y'all got White Claws in the back or what, bro?" Say what, fam? Yeah, bro. Hey, man, when you gonna get back on Call of Duty Mobile, man? You thought I wasn't gonna bring it up, huh? Tito Ortiz got vodka. Yeah, I think he was saying Tito's was the cheap one, and then this other one was expensive. And I was like, bro, I don't care. Like, I don't never know if people are just like talking, or if the expensive stuff tastes differently. Because I don't drink enough to know, bro. So like, Even Axa, she's like, oh no, I hate cheap tequila because it tastes like this, and I'm like, bro, all of that shit tastes like gasoline straight out of the pump to me, bro. Like, I don't know. I gotta make space, bruh. Bro, Alex, you know what, bro? I wish you was on the last time I was on, bro. It was these little kids from Mexico, bro, and like they were so funny, bro. They were just like trying to work on their English. I don't know when I added them. I really don't remember. But they were just saying the most random stuff, and they was like trying to lie to me and say that they were like adults, and I'm like, yo, y'all literally sound like kids, bro. Like you don't have to lie. And they're like, no, no, no. I have 30 years. I have 30 years. And I'm like, you're not 30 years old, bro. He's like, yes, I have 30 years. I have a family and 6 kids. And I'm like, bro, shut up and play the game, bro. Like, but their English was decent though. I think they said I think they were in Mexico City. There is some difference depending on company. Yeah, I don't doubt it, but I don't think like if there was an option between like $6 for vodka and $50 for vodka, like there's no way that this vodka tastes good enough for me to pay $50. I'm like, bro, this shit's gonna taste disgusting to me anyways. I have noticed that like certain times people have bought me drinks, and I'm like, that was smoother than usual. It went down pretty smooth. I get what y'all are saying now. Should have hit him with the Spanish. We were talking in Spanish at first. I got my profile picture on COD is like it's when we were in Puerto Rico, so it's in Loiza, so it's the Puerto Rican flag, and then it's like an African flag. So they were like talking to me in Spanish and asked me if I was. They're like, he's Dominican because I see like Puerto Rico, but I see an African flag. That means he's Dominican, and I was like, I'm not Dominican, bro. And then like I was telling them I was from America. They were like, you're not from America, and I'm like, yes I am, bro. Like why would I lie about that, bro? Oh my God. And then that's when they started busting out their English because they thought I wasn't gonna be able to speak English. That's what they thought. So they're like, no, because we're from America. You're definitely from Puerto Rico or the Dominican Republic, and you're acting like you're from the States. And I'm like, what are we talking about, bro? I'm like, run the fucking game, bro. Like, they literally wouldn't hit ready because they wanted to keep talking. Axel was like right next to me, and I was like, bro, press start on the fucking game, bro. These are like 10-year-old kids. I feel like I missed the comment, but I don't remember. Oh, Rolando. Okay, what do you think about stemless glasses? I feel like stem glasses are pretentious. I don't know anything about that stuff, man. I'm trying to think of where I was at, where I was asking someone. Oh, it was at my friend's wedding in North Carolina a couple months ago. Because I was like, the glass had a stem, and I was kind of holding it like this, and there was this random girl that was like, "Oh, you're supposed to hold it like this or something like that," and I was just like, "Oh yeah, I don't care." And then she was like trying to explain to us that like what the swirling does and what the stems do, and they keep the drink cool or something. And I was like, "Bro, I don't care if the drink's cool or not. Like I'm just drinking. Like I don't care." But she was really like giving us a whole lecture on what the purpose of the stem was. Oh, I think that's what she was saying. She was saying if you have a stem, then you hold it like this so that you wouldn't put your hand on it and make the drink warm. But if it's stemless, then you don't have a choice because you need to hold it. I think. I don't remember. I don't care. Have I ever had an AMF? Is that the blue drink? If that's the blue drink, then yeah. When I was in San Antonio. I didn't think it was called AMF though. What does the A stand for? People like that think they're characters in Downtown Abbey. Alright, to be fair, we're in North Carolina, bro. This is a woman without melanin that is very, very country and like Southern Belle. She's like, well, see, you want to put your hand here because if you don't, then you're gonna have your drink all, So like, that's the thing. And she was also like, I took a table etiquette class. I was forced to take a table etiquette class when I was at West Point. And there's some people that take that shit really seriously, man. Especially like I said, in that like Southern Belle culture or like fine dining culture, even in the North, like that's like a way of life for them. It's not even like a pretentious thing. It's like a culture thing. It's like how they were raised. So they're like, yeah, you wouldn't put your dessert fork over here. Like, why would you do that? And I'm like, because I don't care. Like, I just want to eat my food, bro. Let me know when you get Remy Martin. Only Remy Martin I care about is the rapper. Them kids was racist, fam. A little bit. A little bit. But that's kind of normal. What you call it? It's so funny, man, because like so I run these strength and conditioning sessions. I'm a strength and conditioning coach. And it's just I get like kind of I'll say like I get like a random group of soldiers every week, I'll say. It's the same core group, but there's always new soldiers coming in, soldiers leaving, stuff like that. So there's always new people coming in. And of course, like I play like dembow, reggaeton, all this kind of stuff because it's like it's super hype music, bro. It's 6 in the morning. I'm not really trying to play like slow music or rock and roll and shit. So I throw that shit on, and we were going hard. And like, bro, Hispanic people always walk up to me and they're like, "Hey, what part of Dominican Republic you from?" And I'm like, "When did I say I was from the Dominican Republic, bro?" And they're like, "You not Dominican?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Oh, damn, I didn't think you were Puerto Rican." And I'm like, "I didn't say I was Puerto Rican either." Like, they're like, "But you're black though." Like, basically, that's what they're thinking in their head. Those cultural rules were designed by the upper class to differentiate the upper class from the peasants. Yeah, that's why we had to learn it. Obviously, West Point is a very pretentious and prestigious academy. So yeah, they essentially told us that straight up. Like, if you don't do this, then you're acting like you're poor. You're acting like you're lower class, and you're not that because you're an officer. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna continue eating with my hands and not using a dessert fork at all. But thank you. I remember. I remember there was an argument on Twitter one time because like this girl was like mad. She was like, I knew I wasn't gonna go on a second date with this dude when he was eating wings with his hands. And I'm like, how the fuck else are you eating wings, bro? And she literally said she was cutting the wings with a fork and knife. And I'm like, bro, you're crazy. If it's a steak, I understand. But like, why would I do that, bro? And I'm somebody that eats a lot of stuff with a fork and knife because if y'all don't know this, my front 2 teeth, they're fake. I got them knocked out in a fight when I was really young. Not exactly knocked out, but they got damaged, and I had to get veneers. So I don't like biting into stuff because if I bite into something too hard, my teeth they might break or they might come out. I never bite apples or anything like that. I never bite anything like this. I'll bite it off to the side or I cut it up. So sometimes people will see me eating something. They're like, "Why are you using a fork and a knife?" And I'm like, "Bro, I'm not trying to bite into this." And I'll tell them, and they're like, "Oh shit, I didn't know that." But so if you make me say like, "What the," like that means you're crazy, bro. Like, why are you eating boneless wings with a fork and a knife, or bone in wings? Like, come on, dog. Yeah, no, okay, Phil. So that's the excuse. If you have broken teeth, that's different. But regular people sitting there doing this with some fucking hot wings, bro. Come on, dog. You can pick that shit up with your fingers. You can wipe your hands or lick your fingers afterwards, bro. It's not that deep, man. My stepmama like that? That's crazy, bro. Fam, can you bust out the London accent real quick? Bro, I retired that shit, bro. I eat ramen with my bare hands? That's scary, bro. Bro, that's insane. You're telling me you be grabbing the ramen? You be grabbing the ramen like this, bro, and eating it like that? Look, this not even me being pretentious. I just didn't know people did that outside of like prison. I can't even tell if you're being serious or not. You wrapping the ramen around your finger, or are you grabbing it like this with 5 fingers and doing this? And like, is it because you want to, or because you don't got no forks? 'Cause I feel like it's harder to eat it with no fork than it is to eat it with your hands. Like with the wings, I was saying it's harder to eat it with the fork and knife. So I feel like you're going out of your way to be pretentious. But the ramen, bro, it's gonna be slipping all out of your fingers and shit, bro. I wish Axel was here. I wonder what she would say about that. Bro, the only thing is I feel like Rolando's being serious right now, so I ain't gonna make fun of you, cause that's your life. But I am a little confused. I gotta turn off the AC. I gotta make sure I'm reading this right. Not a whole handful, just a bit. I feel like that's worse. That shit's gonna be sliding out of your fingers, bro. You grabbing the ramen like this? That's like, I don't even have a good example, bro. That's like when people like don't know how to use chopsticks and they be trying to pick up the little rice. W, what's up, W? Let me see who you are. Never seen you before, W. You don't even have a real username. Okay, W. It's hard for me to address that because I don't know why your left knee is hurting. It could be hurting for a variety of reasons. But what I would say is that you need to address the reason that your knee is hurting, and that is going to help you. When did it start hurting? When does it hurt? Does it hurt on impact? Does it hurt when you're walking? Does it hurt all the time? Did it start hurting after you picked up squatting? Because it's probably runners/jumpers knee, too much volume too soon, and your tendon isn't ready for the load. But yeah, like, what the fuck? All of that information is kind of important. All right, I'm turning the AC back on. I had to turn it off. I had to hear better so I could read better, because Rolando's comment was that crazy. They charged me up for using a fork when I'm Asian, and I'm like, fork get way more ramen. Facts, because you could put the fork in and get you a whole stack of ramen like that, bro. Rolando shit going through his fingers and shit. He like this trying to grab the ramen and eat it. I don't know if you still hear W, but outside of addressing the reason for the knee pain, if you know what Spanish squats are, look up Spanish squats, TKEs, terminal knee extensions, just plain old wall sits. The thing is, I wish I had like a chalkboard. It'd be a better illustration. If you're not an athlete competing in something, no, you should not still be squatting with the pain. There's no reason to do that. You're just gonna fuck yourself over and be a little bit older and be like, damn, why did I do that? Now my knee hurts all the time. Here's the thing. Let's pretend this is your patella tendon. Like, generally, let's just say this is your knee. And it's this strong. It can handle this much load, right? This much pain, this much work, everything, right? You do this, you do this. This is the end of your squat session. You go to sleep, it drops back down. This is the stress. one session you did a little bit too much, and that triggers that big time pain, right? That's when it becomes like a chronic thing. You're like, damn, my knee hurts all the time, even when I start the squat session up. So first, you gotta let all of this stress and shit come back down so that your knee can chill out. When you don't feel pain anymore, what you need to do is over time, Spanish squats, terminal knee extensions, wall sits, and actual squats. You need to raise this level up. Your knee, your quad, all of that shit needs to get stronger. It needs to be able to handle more stress. And then over time, it'll be a lot higher. So then when you start picking up the pace and you get good sleep, like this will keep happening. This will keep happening, but you'll never reach this. I don't know what level you're at in fitness, but it doesn't really matter. You've passed this point. That's why you're having pain. So as long as you let this drop back down, but right here, and you start back up, you're in pain again. Like you need to let it come down, and you need to slowly raise this up over time, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, that's tough. So I'm gonna have to explain it even more. That was the simple explanation. This is exactly what I thought. I had no pain at one point, then started squatting again, and now it's back. When you say started squatting again, what does that mean? You took a long break from squatting and tried to go back to the numbers that you were doing before? Tried to go back to the volume that you were doing before? What does that mean? I had no pain at one point, then started squatting again, and now it's back. So you had pain, you stopped, and you went too hard, and you got right back to the same point. Is that what you're saying? Because that just goes with what I just explained to you. Doing too much too soon. Lots of people do this shit though, man. Almost every single person that tells me about their shin splints in the army, I'm like, were you not running and then you started running every single day? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, that's why you have shin splints. Like, the fuck? You're like that muscle right here in front of your tibia. It's small, bro. You can't just go from nothing to all of this. Like that's way past the threshold of what that muscle and that bone can handle, right? So it's I don't know how to say this in a not negative way, but it's your fault that you took a long break, or it's your fault that you did so much. So you kind of have to deal with the consequences and pull back, and you have to go slow, real slow, when you get back into it. I had shin splints when I was in basketball. It's probably for the same reason. It happens to a lot of athletes. They don't do shit over the summer, and they get back into their sport when school starts, and the coach is like, we're going to run suicides every day. We're going to play full court games every day. You just went from zero to all of this, and your body's not ready for it. At one point, I was doing 2 plates on squats. Now back at 1 plate and feeling the pain, left knee only. Yeah, that's bad. Like you're at 50% of the load you can do and you're feeling pain. That's what I'm saying. Over time, you'll really fuck your shit up if you don't take care of it. What I do hoop as well. I wonder if that's the issue too. It 100% is, because like I said, all of that shit is connected. So the weights are supposed to help you. They're supposed to prepare you for all of the stuff that you do in basketball, right? Because by the same concept that I just described, the stronger you are, the more that your knee can tolerate. Well, during basketball season, if you play these games and you're jumping and doing all of this shit, you should only get here if you can squat 2 plates and do all of these box jumps and all this other shit. Then basketball should be up in here. But if you took a break, your shit's here. Your load tolerance is low. So then you start squatting and you're playing basketball. Your shit's way up here, bro. You're in the pain zone. You're way above what your shit can handle. Tib raise, elevated squat to the ground, sissy squat, like you said, Spanish squat. Yeah, 100%. But the problem is, me and Phil have elite knowledge of how to implement these exercises because we've been doing this for so long. Like, you're probably reading that like, what do I do with the tip raises? What do I do with the elevated squat? What do I do with the sissy squat, Spanish squat? When do I do it? How do I keep playing basketball and doing this shit? Here's the problem. This is pretty complicated. That's why athletes have strength and conditioning coaches. That's why I'm a strength and conditioning coach. Like, this is what I help people with. If you follow me on a different social media, I squat in the bathroom. Oh, that's Icon. I was like, what the? I should have known. If you follow me on a different social media, shoot me a message. We can talk about it. Maybe I can give you a more in-depth explanation and guide you to the right place. I don't know how old you are. I don't know what level of sport you're at. If you're squatting 2 plates, I'm guessing you're in high school. But yeah, you would. I would need a lot more time to break this down with you and kind of send you on the right path, because I feel like anything that you take away from this is going to be super general, and you're probably going to be like, damn, that was a lot of good information, but I don't know what to do with it. That's, like I said, that's why people have coaches. For one, so they don't have to think about that shit, and for two, if they do have to think about it, you can ask a question and say, so am I supposed to do this? And the coach could say yes, or they could say no, that's the exact opposite of what I was telling you to do. Because I'm not gonna lie, man, a lot of dudes think that they can do everything, right? Lots of dudes are like, I don't need a trainer, I don't need a coach. It's just working out. I've been working out my whole life. It's like, bro, you've been sucking your whole life. You never made it to Division 1. You never made it to the pros. You never did anything, actually, besides get hurt. So maybe you do need a trainer and a coach. You're not strong. You're not in great shape. Like, it's okay to say that you're not an expert. And, yeah, man, it's a lot of information out there. And if you don't know what you're looking at, it's confusing. Even me, bro, we have these, like I said, I'm a strength and conditioning coach for the government. And pretty much every week, one of us presents a topic. Some of us are experts in these topics that we present in. And sometimes people are presenting. And I'm like, yo, I need to get with this dude after the presentation and talk to him about this. Because, like, half of these terms, I'm like, this was a little crazy, bro. I'm, like, writing notes. I'm like, wait, so are you saying that if we do this, then potentially in 20 years you're saying we'll damage the joint forever? And he's like, based on the studies and the evidence, yes, you would. And I'm like, hold on a second, bro. I didn't know that. I'm like writing notes like furiously, like, hold on. So we got like this finite amount of repetitions that we can do with this joint. And so you're saying we need to manage it on top of the squats so that we don't destroy the athlete when they're 40 years old. Yes. I'm like, what the okay, hold on a second. I'm going to talk to you after the presentation. So it's a lot more difficult than people think, man. And a lot of stuff you can get away with when you're 18 years old, and you won't get away with it when you're 30. That's why you hear a lot of old dudes like, yeah, man, I used to bench 405 when I was in high school, but then I blew both my shoulders out, and now I can't lift anything. And it's like, yeah, bro, because you didn't know what you were doing. Like, and the bench was probably horrible on top of that. So, you know. I joined the basketball team after I played the football season. Yeah, that's a horrible idea. We had lots of two-sport guys like that. I hated when the football players came to basketball practice, bro. I'd be like, yo, these dudes suck so bad. They just run into people. Government needs a strength and conditioning coach? Well, yes, because the soldiers have to lift weights and they don't know what they're doing. So, unless you want people defending your freedoms with 2 torn ACLs, you definitely need us. Government is fat. Yes. Yes, they are. Man, I love how every single time these live streams are never what I expect. I'm like, what am I going to talk about today? We're probably going to talk about this. And we end up talking about the exact opposite. I don't think we've ever talked about the exact same thing on any live stream. I wonder if Planet Moolah went to sleep. He hasn't commented in a while. think when we started talking about eating ramen noodles with hands, he just got disgusted and just clicked off the live. That's what I like to imagine. I like to imagine that you offended him, Rolando. What else y'all got, man? Y'all got anything on your mind? Workouts, languages, history. We talk about everything here. We already talked about friendships today, so I think we're past that. We don't have to be past it. Just think we covered it. That's how we started off the live. It was a good talk. I hope that kid, I call him a kid, he's only 5 years younger than me, but I hope that kid sees my video. But you know what I noticed, man? I don't know like what the algorithm did, but bro, when I watched his video, it had like 120K views. By the time I replied and uploaded my video, he had 170K views, and he had like 3K subscribers when I saw the video. In the same day today, bro, he went from 3K subscribers to like 5, bro. So like, he's probably not gonna see my response. I didn't know the video was going crazy like that. It just popped up on my thing. I didn't even see when he made it. I just was like, oh, that's an interesting title. Clearly, lots of people felt represented by his video because it's going crazy, bro. So that's the reason last live or the live before that, I said I need to make content, because you never know when you're gonna make a regular video that's gonna get like 1 million views, and that takes you from you know, X amount of subscribers to this amount, and this amount of views to this amount, which can get you monetized and can change your whole YouTube experience, right? So, but the thing I did think about today, I was watching this YouTuber that lives in Colombia. Yeah, man, he had like 150 people on his live, and I was like, that's too many people, bro. Like, I like having this amount where I can read every comment, I can take my time responding if y'all ask a question, and I don't feel like I'm missing everything, and like I'm not ignoring anyone right now. If I do, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to respond, I can go back. But with like 200, 300 people, I'm like, that's a lot of people, man. Do you think World War III will happen in the near future? Shit is starting to get hot. You never know with that stuff, man. You never know, man. I I made a tweet. I don't know if you saw it. It really didn't get any traction because people don't know about history. But it was like a video of there's a video of this black dude in Baltimore. He had on like 1700 clothes, like this old ass pistol, and I was just like, I captioned it something like, Gavrilo Prince, like right after catching the two most important bodies in history, because like that was so random, bro. Like, even though they were planning it, the sequence of events that happened for him to assassinate Archduke Ferdinand and his wife was mad random. You don't know when something like that's gonna happen. There was a coup in Nigeria. I don't know if y'all saw the video. The financier of Nigeria is like crying because they gave him like 48 hours to or was that Niger? Sorry, Niger. Whatever, it don't matter. There's a country in Africa. They gave this motherfucker 48 hours to explain where all of the funds went. He needs to explain why these funds are missing, and he's just crying, bro, on the stand, like. And they're like, yeah, you got 48 hours or you're getting a firing squad, bro, because it's a coup. And they're like, yo, we're tired of this corruption. It's over. And so there's been some response to that, and they were saying like, yo, if someone tries to interfere, like, we're starting a war. And so you never know like what kind of domino effect that's gonna have. Maybe not specifically that country, but any country, you know what I mean? That's the point. You never know what country is gonna cause the domino effects. This country could pop off of this country, and the United States feel like they need to defend that, whatever. Do you think we could defend Taiwan from China? Could or would? I think we can do whatever. Our military is pretty outrageous, and we're heartless enough to send a lot of bodies. Whenever people talk this shit about Russia and shit, bro, I'm like, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know anything. Not y'all specifically, but just generally, people don't know shit. Like, the amount of weapons that we have, the amount of money that we put into our military, bro. Like, yeah, we might lose a lot of people, bro, but we're not losing any wars. And our politicians don't care about us enough for us to lose the war. Like, they will make sure that they win the war, bro. I mean, that's evidenced from Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The motherfuckers don't care, bro. If they feel like they're about to lose, they will justify it with whatever. They'll say, like, with those bombs, they said, oh, well, we did the science, we did the math, and there would have been more casualties over 5 years than we just did right here. Bro, they didn't care about that shit. They're like, bro, I want this over. Bomb those motherfuckers. So, like, at the end of the day, bro, if it really gets to that point where we might lose or it's getting rough, bro, the U.S. will do what it takes, unfortunately, for them. You know what I mean? Like, we're just not good people. When we feel like we're losing, we kill people. That's just the truth. If you guys know about Alex, you might have saw this shit. I posted that on Twitter too about, you know, like the massacre in Colombia whenever like they went on strike against the United States, basically. The banana company, Chiquita. Yeah, bro, like the United States felt like that shit got out of control. They're like, kill these motherfuckers, bro. This protest is just going too well. Kill them. How do I feel about this UFO stuff? Listen, man, I keep referencing Twitter, but I also said this earlier today. Someone said, do you guys not care that the CIA basically admitted that remote viewing was real? And I referenced an article that I posted like, I don't know, last year or early this year or something. And it was a CIA document about remote viewing. But when I posted that shit, I said, you know, do this if you want to. I wouldn't trust anything the CIA says. The CIA is known for being devious and nefarious and fucking with people's minds, bro. So if those motherfuckers say that something is real, like here's how you do remote viewing. We're admitting that we used to do it in the 90s. Here, try it. I'm not trying shit they have, bro. Like if they released it, they don't think it's important. You can declassify something for however long you want to declassify it for. If it's that important, if it jeopardizes the nation's security, or if you just don't want to look bad, you can just keep it classified for as long as you want to. And so if they let something go, they don't think it's important, bro. If they really didn't want you to know about aliens and aliens existed, you wouldn't literally never hear about it unless they literally touched down and invaded and it was literally out of control and they was even gonna wipe out the CIA. But if it was like one alien touching down here, bro, and the CIA is like, all right, it's out, the secret's out, they're real, that's not happening, bro. If they don't want you to find out about it, they're established enough to where they could misdirect everything and you would never know it existed, or you would be so confused that you would stop thinking about it. So if the government's just like, hey, aliens are real, they're not real. Or they've been real for 500 years and everyone knows already. Yeah, those are known as the Banana Wars. Yeah, exactly. But that's my point. If the United States feels like something's getting out of control, bro, they end that shit. For better or for worse. We're not going to lose. If we lose, the world is over. That's what I'll say. That's what I'll say. Like, if we take the L, that means there was nothing left, and that means everything is destroyed. Like, we're the most capable, and I'm not just saying that because I'm American. I'm just saying, like, from a military standpoint, like, the tools that we have, other people don't have as much. And if they do, like I said, the United States would rather blow everything up than be under someone else's control, because that's just that's just America. I think America will blow this bitch up before they let someone else take control of it. Y'all know that. Americans, bro. I told y'all about the guy that died in the cave. They tried to seal the cave up, and Americans are so American. They're like, it's my choice. I should be able to die in that cave if I want to. You can't take this cave away from me just because it's dangerous and I might die. Motherfuckers went in the cave more than usual because the government said it was dangerous and they were going to close it up. They're like, let me show you that you can't control me, motherfucker. So America's not getting taken over by anything. They ain't losing anything. They might lose it. They might lose something on like a political scale. Like Vietnam, I'll say it was an L. But if Vietnam was turning into something where the United States would get taken over, or we would lose a lot of shit, like, bro, the United States, they wouldn't have been down there. They would have just dropped a bomb on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like I said, unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know. It's real easy for me to be like, that's fucked up. But I'm also like, I'm not trying to lose a war, bro. So, like, if that's what y'all gotta do, then, like, if that's what y'all gotta do, bro. That's what I think about, too, when, like, regular Americans are like, yeah, I need my guns against the government. I'm like, bro, if they want what you got, they taking it, bro. I'm not saying that you should give up your guns, because that ain't gonna help you. But I'm just saying, hold on to your guns, but just know you ain't winning that fight, bro. You ain't winning that fight. Them motherfuckers do not care about human life, bro. The United States government has dropped bombs on its own people, bro. Philadelphia, Puerto Rico, probably some other spots that I don't know about. My dad always said, you want to win a war? See what they did in World War II. I mean, it's just facts, bro. It's just facts. I think the rest of the world knows that shit too, bro. Like, that was back then too. I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to say I do know something, but if I did know something, obviously I couldn't say it. But think about, at that point in time, the world didn't know that we had that. So think about what we have now that the world doesn't know about. As far as the world knows, we have these type of mobs. If something else was developed, we wouldn't tell the rest of the world. We'll say, hey, you got nukes, we got nukes. Let's not do this, all right? That's like the motherfucker that, like, is a professional boxer but doesn't say it. And it's like, hey, man, let's not fight. We're both going to get black eyes. Let's not do this, man. And then you swing on that motherfucker and bah, 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 bah. So, what we have, the rest of the world doesn't know. Y'all don't know. I don't know. Somebody gonna find out if we're losing. We're gonna be like, damn, I didn't even know that existed, bro. They're gonna be like, yeah, this is the Gasmaker 3000. You put this shit over the country, it turns people into dust instantly. Like, damn, when did y'all make that? 2015. They didn't say anything, but we had to pull it out. We're about to lose the war. Then once you use it, you know, then it's in the history books. It's like, oh yeah, here was the process for that. We had a team. They were cool guys. I do like reading declassified documents sometimes, man. We've had a lot of weird weapons. If you guys never heard of the Voice of God, the Voice of God was a really, really interesting weapon that we developed. And it always made me think about suicide bombers, man. So if you don't know what the Voice of God is, it's literally the Voice of God. It was a machine, and this is real. Let me pull it up, because somebody's gonna be like, that shit doesn't exist. So let me pull it up first, so that I can post it and then tell you about it. this isn't the actual declassified document. I don't feel like searching for it right now, but from this article does say a recently unclassified report from the Pentagon from 1998. So this is good enough. So, voice of God. Imagine a machine that you could point at someone, because thoughts, man, and sounds, they're waves, right? You could point this machine at people and it puts a literal voice in their head, bro. So what they would do is they would say, "This is God. I need you to do this. If you really believe in me, I need you to do this." Imagine if you're really religious, bro, and you're hearing a voice and there's no one around you, bro, and you're hearing a voice and it's like, "This is your God talking to you. I need you to blow this bitch up right now. If you love me, if you say you're really a believer, I need you to do this." You're gonna do that shit, bro. What they say they used it for was to tell people to put their weapons down. I don't believe that shit. I think it was the opposite. You put that voice in someone's head that's like, "Run into this building with a bomb," so that they can shoot your ass up and they can have a reason to shoot the rest of your family up. Like, "Yo, y'all saw it. He ran in here with a bomb. His family has been training him up for this. We need to take out the whole clan. We need to." What if that happened in Cuba? I'm not gonna lie, man. I think that Havana syndrome shit was not real. I think that was like fraud to get compensation. Cause those people, bro, those people got paid, bro. And I'm like, the symptoms they're reporting, bro, like headache, throwing up. I'm like, you get hella government compensation off of that, bro. Nothing crazy even happened to you. You didn't get cancer or nothing, bro. Like, you just like, "Oh, I feel a little sick. I think they pointed a radiation gun at me. Take $1 million. Here you go." I'm like, I feel like that was a fraud scheme, bro. Let me see what they got compensated. Havana syndrome compensation. Let's see how much they got paid. The Havana Act, which Congress approved last year, provides $187,300 to each victim. Really, bro? Like, with no proof? Like, bro, all you have to do is say, "I was in Havana, Cuba, and I had a headache when I was there." Here you go. Take $187,000, bro. I'll post that article for y'all. Does that sound real to you, bro? Does that sound like, bro, you try to get... Oh, fuck. I messed up the link. It won't let me post it. Hold on a second. You try to get disability from the government, bro, and they're gonna be like, "Can you prove it? Do you really have this going on?" You'd be like, "Yeah, I promise." And they'd be like, "Yeah, that shit doesn't seem real, bro." But these dudes say they have a headache and they get stacks. Ah, man, this link is too long to post. Might have something to do with it being the New York Times. Let me pick a different article. I really don't need to post it. Y'all can Google the shit yourself. That one's not complicated. Just type in Havana syndrome compensation. You'll see the number and you'll see what I'm talking about. But not even just that, bro. Just like the time schedule they got paid on. Like, when they made that act, those people got paid like shortly after. And I'm like, really? That's fast, bro. Most of the time, like, anything with the government, it's like, "Hey, we processed your claim. You'll probably get paid in 5 to 10 years. Thank you." I'm like, y'all passed the act and they getting paid like the same month? That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. I wish I went to Havana, Cuba. I would have lied. I would have just been like, "Ah!" I would have just walked up in the hospital like this, like, "Ah! My head." Ever since I went to Havana, Cuba, I can't even think. Got 187,000 sent to my bank account. Then I would have been like, I'm cured. Suddenly, my head doesn't hurt anymore. Where's Axa at? It's 7:30. Hopefully she's getting some food. Alright, nobody's talking right now, so I'm gonna go take a piss. Hopefully by the time I get back, you would have heard me say that, and you would know that you need to participate in the chat, or I'm gonna hang up on y'all. I'll be right back. I just can't wait to be king. So you think we would even defend Taiwan? I really thought Washington was going to send troops to defend Ukraine. Oh, we did send troops to defend Ukraine. I know people that went. Maybe that's not a super public thing, but we did send people over there. Quite a few, actually. In fact, my best friend's brother was one of the first batches of troops to go out there. I think that's public information. I don't know. None of them told me it was top secret. Wait a second. So there is a new Baki. Yo, listen. My boy hit me up and he said, did you watch the new Baki? And he's not really into Baki like that. So I'm like, man, you talking about some old shit, bro. And he like, oh, I thought it was new. And I'm like, ain't no fucking new Baki out, bro. Is there new Baki out or is it coming out? If you're telling me it's out right now, I might end the live stream, bro. I might have to just start watching it right now, bro. Don't tell me that, bro. I'm gonna have to watch it all tonight, bro. You know that's my shit, bro. Yeah, I don't know, man. It says July 13th, Biden orders 3,000 reservists to be ready for Ukraine. I don't know. They didn't tell me it was secret. Now I'm like, fuck, I gotta delete the fucking... I need to delete YouTube Live or they're gonna come kill me, bro. I did just read something that says we're not supposed to have troops in Ukraine. Finna run these 800s. Alright, Phil, appreciate you, bro. It's gonna be lonely without you, man. Part 1 dropped the 26th of July. Bro. Oh my god, bro. I gotta watch that shit, bro. Ah. You ruined it for me, bro. I'm gonna have to get off alive ASAP, bro. I'm gonna have to get off and watch Baki. I didn't know there was new episodes out, bro. Thank goodness this is satire. So will we do an all-out defense of Taiwan? I don't know, bro. I genuinely don't know. Couldn't tell you. I'm back. I was on the phone B. I love talking on the phone B. Planet Moolah, did you practice your Spanish today? And if you didn't, why didn't you practice your Spanish today, bro? Where's the axe? I don't know. I just asked that, actually. I'm like, hopefully she's getting some food, bro. If she walks up in here with no food, I'm gonna be like, yo. I practiced, but it was half-assed. Why was it half-assed, bro? Why you do that? Damn, I can't wait to watch Baki now, bro. Dude, I worked 10 hours. I was tired. Cut me some slack. No, I'm not cutting you slack. If you practice, why not practice for real? I don't know what half-ass means. I'm not a half-ass type of person. If I do something, I just do it. Or I don't do it at all. I don't know what half-ass means to you, though. Because there's a half-ass to where you don't get something out of it. And then there's a half-ass where it's like, this is the minimum amount of effort to where you're going to make some good progress. But I also think that's why it's important to talk. Like, I would say, like, one thing that I would see a lot of travel vloggers say, and even myself, like I would say with Will, is that, yeah, you have those kind of days, bro, and you still have to talk. Like, in real life, like, if somebody talks to you when you're tired and when you had a long day, like, you still have to navigate through the conversation. You're like, bro, I'm tired. I don't want to talk. I don't want to blah, blah, blah. You still have to say it, though. So these guys that go live with, like, host families in Colombia and stuff like that, they're like, yo, the toughest part is when your brain is just fried and the host family is talking to you in Spanish. Because, like, that's real life. Like, they're not going to just be like, oh, your brain hurts? Well, we're not going to talk to you at all. They're going to be like, oh, well, let us make you some food. Come sit at the table. Come blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what I mean? So, making it a part of your life is, it's something. Make something just in case? Nah, bro. We're long past that. It's 7:40. I'm not about to get up and start cooking. Geopolitical analyst says that China's population will implode. I think their population is already imploding. I mean, the one-child policy fucked them up pretty badly, so I thought today was your cooking day. I cooked yesterday, bro. Don't you remember we ate lamb on live? Or were you gone? I thought you were on here. Oh, you were here. Yeah. I made that, bro. But I might... Hold on a second. You know what? I will give her until 7:45, and I'm going to shoot her a message, and I'm going to say, what are you doing? I don't think it's my cooking day. Right. It took 2 weeks in Colombia and felt like I was forgetting my English. Hey, haven't seen you in a while, bro. When did you go to Colombia? What part were you in? Why does Spanish not have a word for snowboarding? Spanish does have a word for snowboarding, but what you'll find is this is complicated. American culture is like the dominant culture in the world, right? So a lot of things are just popular, and they're popular to say like the way you say it in English. On top of that, sometimes the word in English is just a lot shorter to say. You know what I mean? How many people in Latin America are snowboarding, bro? Not many. I can tell you that. So when they see it, when they hear it, most of the time they're probably hearing it in English. So it's like, I'll just say it in Spanish. You know what I mean? ¿Dónde tú estás? Bro, estoy en Washington, como siempre. But yeah, there's words for snowboard and snowboarding in actual Spanish. But anyone that has any connection to the United States is just gonna say snowboarding with a Spanish accent. I can promise you that. Now there's like other sports that are more common uh, throughout the world that people like will have like different words for, right? But snowboarding, I just feel like it's not that common in Latin America. Trippy, trippy, hippie. Snowboarding? What about snowboarding? El balompié. Yeah, for example, like basketball, right? Like there's like the proper word, el baloncesto. But like if you're in Puerto Rico, what people say basket. Like they're not gonna say baloncesto. Like for what? You know what I mean? So just it just depends on where you're at. And you know what? I wish I would have put this part in the last video I made about Spanish. If there was one thing that I would change or one thing that I would do if I was someone else learning Spanish, I actually would. I know like people don't like this advice, but I would focus my Spanish on a very specific region because contrary to what everyone says, bro, the slang between countries is so different, bro, that you can feel super lost if you're talking to someone in a different country. If you know that you want to visit somewhere or you want to live somewhere, bro, you should learn that country slang. 100%, bro. You should learn the way they talk, the way they say stuff, the rhythm of their voices. Like, I think I told y'all before, when we go to Puerto Rico, bro, like Axa has trouble understanding them. She be asking me what they said. I'm like, bro, like this your first language. How you asking me what they saying? But like, I don't really have trouble hearing that shit because that's like who I talk to. That's who I learn from. You know what I mean? It will be like if you probably went to Australia or New Zealand or something. You gotta like really focus because that's not your type of English. You know what I mean? It's not to say that they're not speaking English. Just a lot of different words. You know, they might say the lift instead of the elevator, or like biscuit instead of cookie, stuff like that. So it's not that you can't figure it out, but it's like, oh, that's how you say it. Like I would have never said it like that. Hey Rolando, what do What do Mexicans say for cake? How y'all say cake in Spanish? Pastel. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't say pastel, but if he said pastel, I don't know what he was talking about. But that's not how I would say cake, because I didn't learn Spanish from Mexicans. Conduzco para Uber. Where you going, bro? ¿Para dónde va? But yeah, I would say focusing on a specific type of Spanish is not a bad thing. Most people say like, oh, get your neutral Spanish, and then if you wanna blah blah blah. But like, I don't know, man. It's like if you were an immigrant living in like Kentucky, bro. Like I wouldn't say like go to like some neutral English school and then try to talk to people in Kentucky. Like no, just talk to people in Kentucky and you gonna learn how they talk, bro. And it's gonna be real different from how people talk in New York, but that's okay. But if you're gonna live in Kentucky, I wouldn't recommend that you listen to New Yorkers all day because that is not the same English. Not in the deep South. Not the same, my boy. Do, 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 do. Está cerca de Lenox Mall. Oh, estás in Georgia. Peace, peace, peace. My boy come in with the same greeting every time. That's how I know it's him. I don't even gotta look at the name. My boy, what's poppin'? What time is it where you at, bro? I feel like it's late. También hay flan. Yeah, either way. Like I said, different, different. Because in Puerto Rico, they say bizcocho. Pasteles son, what do y'all call them? Pasteles son como like empanadas. That's what y'all call them. I'm doing good, man. It's 10:57 Maryland time. Okay, that's not as late as I thought. 10:47. I knew what you meant. I read it, but I knew what you meant though. Hey, y'all, hold on 1 second. Let me check on my wife real fast. I think she did the 90-minute class instead of the hour one, but I was in a deep slumber, so I don't know. But she got about, let me see. She went at 7:30. She got 5 minutes before I go Liam Neeson and hit the streets looking for her. So if she don't hit me back in 5 minutes, I'm gonna have to end the stream and hit the streets hunting. Yo, Drippy Trippy Hippie came in and said snowboarding and never said anything else. That was crazy. Like it was like they were awakened out of a deep sleep by the word snowboarding. They were like snowboarding, and then they just disappeared. I have a particular set of skills. Yes, I am Liam Neeson from Taken, except not as racist. Man, I really wish he wouldn't have told that story, man. That just ruined my perception of him. I know he was trying to say that people can change. But I'm like, bro, you should have just kept that to yourself, bro. You should have kept it to yourself, man. You do not have to tell everyone everything. Fam, I gotta get going. I'll make some space so we can get to playing soon. Enjoy the live. I'm gonna try to be here more often. Hey, it was good to have you, man. Yeah, let me know when you wanna play, bro. I'll be at work bored than a motherfucker, so I can play at any time of the day or at night. So holla at me. Thanks. Peace. Have a good night. I might see you at the Fort Lewis gym. Your PCS in there soon? Where you at right now? If you're not PCS in there before September, you're not gonna see me, bro. Cause I'm about to move to Columbia. I'm moving to Columbia. Oh, your friend is. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be gone, bro. I'm leaving for Columbia August 25th. Oh, you live in Kent? Right, you right up the street. I live in Renton, bro. You live in the hood, but you know, I'm right up the street. He's moving to Columbia, South Carolina. No. I used to live there if you didn't know that. I used to live there for like 3 years of my life, Columbia. Fort Jackson. Right outside of Fort Jackson, actually. Now I wonder who you are, W. How long am I gonna live in Columbia? It kind of depends. Depends on how much we like it, man. But at first I was gonna just like pull up there and just stay and maybe work a remote job. But someone actually hit me up about an English teaching job, and like the pay is not great compared to what I could make remote. But I think I might be more fulfilled teaching little kids English than I would doing some remote job that I don't care about. So I'm gonna think about it. They want me to do an interview tomorrow. They want to talk to me, so I'll see. That would allow me to stay for a lot longer because I would be on a work visa, and like it's like a year long contract, and you could renew it. I'm not really feeling the schedule, but it's basically the same schedule I work right now, just for a lot less pay. But I'll be in Colombia, so it'll be cool. Bro, I just found out there's still Greek speakers in southern Italy from back when that was part of the Greek Empire. They call it Greco. Which is actually where the word gringo comes from. That might be where the word gringo comes from for some people, but not for everyone. There's definitely some specific history with the word gringo in Central America. Do the teaching job? Okay, Dad, I will, just because you said so. Nah, it depends because I looked up the company on Reddit, and people were like talking about like they make you pay like some deposit since they're gonna require you to like have like a work visa and all this other stuff. So they want to make sure that they're not wasting their time. So it's like a can't remember. It's like something between a $200 and $400 deposit. And I don't like the idea of paying to work. I'm like, bro, like I'm already like, why don't y'all take it out of my first check or something? Why you gonna make me pay it before I get there? But I get it. How much is the rent out there in Columbia? The spot we're gonna be at is like a little less than $300 a month. It's too much in renting. Hell yeah, it is. Right now we pay $2,300 a month. The word gringo was used in Spain before it was ever used in Latin America. That still doesn't change the history of the word of it in Latin America though, because like the same word can develop in two different places. That happens sometimes. In Spain, it was used to refer to someone who spoke an unfamiliar language. In Mexico, it means any white English-speaking person. Oh, Axa just texted me. She texted me multiple times. If she doesn't comment alive, then I'll text her back. She texted me 3 times. Google be scotch on toast popped up. That's funny. Yeah, I'm actually reading an article right now that is even different than what you just said. So that's interesting. So that just makes my point. Uh, this is interesting. I actually never heard of this. Hmm. This one says the word gringo came from the medieval Latin proverb, some Latin shit that I can't read, which means it is Greek and cannot be read, which is the ancestor of the popular "It's Greek to me." Oh, wow, interesting. Very interesting. Do I think I'm coming back to live in Washington after Columbia? Hell no. I'm not from here, bro. So like, uh, I'm just here because I was in the military before. But like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Did you know Ecuador is named because they sit on the equator? Yes, I did know that actually. I knew that before I knew any Spanish. I'm from Texas, bro. So yeah, that's where I would go. And that's where I would go. Yeah, but Roland, you said something slightly different. I was in the army, bro. Because you put Greco or some shit like that. But that's not Greek in Spanish. Which Latin American country name do you think is the coolest? Um. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think. Honestly, I like. She said she commented, but I didn't see it. Did y'all see her comment? I never saw it. I never saw her comment. Bro, I said my favorite is probably Argentina. If I had to pick, that's the one that sounds the best to my ears. If you're just talking about names, are you talking about the story behind the names? You talking about the way it sounds? I don't know. You have to be more specific. You'd have to be more specific. I like Argentina. I'd like to visit there one day. Oh, what about the coolest story behind the name? That's a tough one, man. That is a tough one. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I usually like indigenous names better than I like the actual Spanish names that come after them. Like for instance, Puerto Rico is cool, right? Like it's like a rich port. But the real name for the island, for like the Tainos that live there, right? It was like Borinquen, which had like a lot more like feel to it because it was like the land of the valiant and the noble lord. Like that's a lot. It's like really complex for for one word, right? So I usually like indigenous names better. But Puerto Rico's cool. So that's cool too. Rich port. Sorry. Puerto Rico. Ever been to El Cabana? La Cabana? No, I haven't been to La Cabana. I don't think it's possible. It's possible on a random Saturday I pulled up and didn't know I was there. I would have to. I'm like, hold on, let me Google it. Let me be 100% sure. W, who are you, bro? Oh, La Cabana. No, I haven't been here. Have not. Looks like it's good. Central American food. Might have to pull up there, man. Some good food. Looks like it slaps. Have to slide through. La pronunciación de los idiomas cambia. Por ejemplo, la palabra versículo proveniente de la palabra latina saecula. Bro, I don't know shit about Latin, bro. But that makes sense. The noble land. Just been lurking. So you're not gonna reveal your identity. You want to remain behind the curtain. Yo, this makes me think Axa's not gonna bring food home. What's my favorite food spot here? I'm not really like I don't know how to explain this, man. I'm not a picky eater, so it's also hard to have favorites. Like I'm just kind of like, yeah, if the food's good, I'm down. Like I don't like if it was my birthday and somebody was like, you get to eat whatever you want. I'd just be like, what's the closest good food spot? Like I could just eat there. I'm not like oh, you gotta go try this place. Their food is crazy. Like I'm just not a picky eater, so it's hard to say. But there is this spot. There is this spot in Seattle. You just made me think. They got, oh my God. Let me see. Let me make sure. Let me look at the menu and make sure this is the spot I'm thinking of. Let me check the menu. Menu. Yep, I think this is the spot. Let me check the menu first. Hold on. This might not be it. Colombian tamales. Nah, that's not what I'm looking for. It's not what I'm looking for. Super arepa. No. This might not be the spot. Or they might have two spots. But I swear this is the spot. It might be like a secret menu. Damn, Axel just texted me. Hold on. Hold on. I think this is the spot I'm thinking of. But I need to find the food I'm looking for on the menu. But this spot called Callejon. Oh, fire. Fire. Tried any Somalian food? No, I have not. But I'm willing to. But the fact that you call, I was just about to say, the fact that you call it Somalian lets me know that you're not Somali. So what are you then? But yeah, I would try it. If someone was like, "Yo, go to this spot," or "I'm gonna take you to this spot," I'll be like, "Let's pull up." I'm not gonna go there myself. I'm not gonna go out of my way to eat it because I don't know what it tastes like. So I'll just be like, don't want to risk it. But if someone else was like, "Yo, I think you would like this dish," I would try it for sure. For sure. You tried any seafood spots? Listen, man. My mom's from Texas. My dad's from Louisiana. I grew up eating real good seafood, bro. I'm not eating shit up here. I ate some cod, fish and chips one time up here when I went to go whale watching. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was fire. But most of the other stuff, I'm like, this shit's not fire, bro. This is not like the South. They like do crab boils up here. They make po' boys up here, and I'm like, what is this shit, bro? Don't disrespect me, bro. Seattle has the best seafood. This is clearly someone that's never been to New Orleans in his life. How many times have you gone to New Orleans? If you say more than zero and you try to act like Seattle has better seafood than New Orleans, I'm blocking you out of the chat for life, bro. You're banned. You cannot come here anymore lying like that, bro. This is insane. How many times have you been to New Orleans? I need to know. I'm patiently waiting. How many times have you been? You've been once. Oh, you didn't. What did you eat when you was there, bro? How much seafood did you eat? Clearly not enough. And you're from Seattle, so you're defending your home. But bro, there's no way. If you went to New Orleans multiple times and ate seafood there, and you ate seafood here, you had gumbo. Yeah, they can't even make gumbo up here. So I'm saying, the seafood that you've had up here, did you have that same seafood in New Orleans? I bet not. Because if you did, you'll be like, damn, I ain't never eating in Seattle again. Hell nah, bro. That's like eating brisket outside of Texas. You know what? I'm gonna extend my brisket pass. Because if you go a little bit over, some people in Alabama, Mississippi, they be cooking brisket nice. I'm not gonna lie. But when people up here tell me they're making brisket, bro, literally my coworker would be like, "Hey, come through on Sunday. I'm making brisket." I'm like, "You been there for real, bro? You really think I would come over your house and eat brisket in Washington? Don't disrespect me, bro. Don't do that. Don't do it, bro." Imagine, I don't even know, bro. Just imagine someone that grew up in Kansas just being like, "Yo, the tacos I make, they slap, bro. They're better than Mexico." You're gonna be like, "Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut up." Like that's what you would say. So that's why I feel like when people say brisket outside of the South, seafood outside of Louisiana, Texas area. Cause even Houston, Port Arthur, all the Gulf, they got good seafood. When people outside of that are talking about seafood, I'm like, you don't know, bro. You don't know, bro. Forgive them, Father, for they do not know. Believe me, I don't claim Seattle. It ain't the same city as when I grew up there in the 90s. Listen, I didn't say it wasn't good. It's just not the same. If that's all you ate, I would say of course you're gonna think it's good. Like I said, Axa came down to the south. She had a crab boil. She was like, What is this? This is amazing." What's the restaurant called that's fire? At Callejon. Hold on. It's missing accent marks, but that's okay. If you type that in Google, it'll pop up. It's just probably close to like Pike's Place. We were deep in Seattle, so yeah. Hold on. Axa keeps texting me instead of commenting the stream. So Axa has been commenting on an actual video instead of the live stream. That's how old she is. I'm probably gonna. I gotta click my notifications now. She's been commenting all her comments on. Oh, I see it now. 27 minutes ago, I went to Marshalls. I'm buying an outfit for my TV star moment tomorrow. Bro, people are gonna click on that video and they're gonna be like, "Who is this old lady leaving random comments on this guy's video?" Like, why is she telling him randomly that she's going to Marshalls? Yeah, that's why I didn't get your message. How did you not know that wasn't a live stream? Like, what? What? I don't even know how you made that mistake. The Axa's technologically inept. She more than inept, bro. I don't even think my mom would have made that mistake, bro. That's crazy. How did you think that was a live stream? At no point was I responding to anybody on there. Like, it doesn't even look like a live stream. Like, you didn't see no other comments like that. You probably saw Planet Moolah and Rolando comment, but it wasn't live. So she thought it was weird that she got off so abruptly. Yeah, that's what happens when it's a regular video. He's so old. That's pretty hilarious, I can't lie. She should Uber home instead of drive because she's drunk, huh? I think so too, bro. Gotta be drunk. She gone off an edible, bro. Something. She's so drunk, she's talking like Mr. Krabs. She said I was mad confused why you didn't see me message. I was mad confused why you didn't see me message. You funny. So how far are you away from home? When are you bringing the poke? I didn't know Axe was a little Irish. Yeah, you know her ancestry is 87% white, so. She's probably typing up a storm right now. Like, I am not white. Poke place closed. Are we eating? It's 8:15. I cried and bought a cookie. At a place next door. So, what now? Yeah, I can't live off a cookie for sure. I'm glad you know that. What is poke? I don't really know how to explain it, to be honest. I'm gonna have to Google it. It's just one of those things that like that you don't actually think about. Let me see. Generally speaking, poke will refer to raw pieces of tuna cut into cubes, then marinated with soy sauce and sesame oil and mixed with something that I can't see the rest of, and I don't feel like clicking on it. So that gives you an idea. It's like, in my mind, it's kind of related to sushi. I don't even know if it's really poke. Like, I'm just making that up. I don't know if that's how you say it. I imagine that's how you say it. I know it's not poke, right? Because that would be ugly. Poke's Hawaiian? What? I didn't know that. What? I never knew that. I never knew that. Bro, you be calling teriyaki sushi? Same shit. Whatever. If that shit got rice, it's sushi. Yo, Axa, oh my god, I wish you was here right now. You talking about me calling teriyaki sushi. Rolando said he eats ramen noodles with his bare hands. I thought he was trolling, but he was dead serious. I wish you was here because I needed to see like a real reaction to that information. Should try the bandeja paisa from La Cabaña. If I go, I'll try it. Is there a Venezuelan restaurant in Seattle? I don't know. I don't be looking for Venezuelan restaurants. Eel sauce on sushi, man. Bro, why? Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, bro, the noodles gotta be sliding out of your fingers and shit, bro. I'm like, why are you eating ramen noodles with your hands, bro? But he was serious, man. He never took it back, so I have to assume he was serious. I believe him. But he said he doesn't grab a lot. He said he grabs a little bit, but I said that's worse. I feel like a couple of noodles would slide out your fingers. At least if you grab the glob, you could just like, oh, like try to like hurry up real fast. That shit my nephews did when they were two. Hey, don't make fun of Rolando's culture. No, ramen noodles, bro. This motherfucker's grabbing ramen with his hands, bro. I literally was like, bro, like I don't even think they do that in jail. I think they got forks. I think they got forks in jail, bro. Yo. Rolando's not defending himself right now, so I feel like he was serious. Defend your honor, Rolando. Where you at? Tell us why you eat ramen noodles with your bare hands, bro. And this is real. Like, when this stream is over, you can go back and listen to me respond to it in real time. Or you could, actually, I probably can pin the comment. I'm about to scroll all the way back up and pin the comment so y'all know I'm not making this up, bro. Let's see, where was it at? Shin splits, not a whole handful. Okay, here we go. Alright. Look, I just pinned his comment. You should be able to see it right now so you know I didn't make that up, bro. That was a real topic of conversation earlier in this live. And I was just like, bro, what? I was saying that people should eat wings with their fingers and not cut it up with a knife and fork. I'm like, that's hella bougie, bro. Like, some stuff you just gotta eat with your hands. And he was just like, yeah, I do that with ramen noodles. You can tell the way he said it that he's trolling. I can't tell. I don't know him. He could be trolling. It's a good troll. I know people that do weird shit like that, bro. I really do. And I was just, it's funny that you said fufu, bro, because I was just about to say, Nigerians eat fufu with their hands, bro. Like, if it's just something that you're accustomed to doing, like, it could seem weird to other people. Like, the thought of me dipping my fingers in food and eating it like that is like, kind of puts me off. But obviously, if I eat their food, I'm gonna eat it the way they eat it. I'm not gonna be like eating fufu with a fork, bro. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. Nah, I know hella Nigerian, so I know about that. And I'm like, yeah, that's how they eat it. So like, if I'm eating with them, I'm gonna do it. But Yeah, African food definitely slaps. And Jamaican food, yes. Problem with Jamaicans is they don't ever be having that shit in stock, bro. You go up to order some shit from Jamaicans and they're like, we're not have that. We're not have that. And I'm like, bro, what y'all got, bro? Tell me what y'all got on the menu, bro. I'm not about to keep asking for stuff and you just say we're not have that. Oxtail and rice, facts, nice. But you're right, Planet Moolah. He probably was trolling because Rolando strikes me as an uppity guy. Can't see him eat nothing with his hands. Not much, anyways. I feel like if he does get something on his fingers, he's like this, and he like hurries up and licks it off and wipes it off with a napkin. You feel me? So the thought of him eating ramen noodles with his hands, like, don't know. You gotta go to that Jamaican spot in Rainier. I ain't going to nothing called Rainier, bro. Rainier Beach. That motherfucking Safeway just got shot up. What was that, 2 days ago? 5 people got shot in the Safeway, bro. I was like, bro, I'll never go to Seattle, dog. Anything called Rainier, anything called Alki or Alki, I don't know what that shit's called. I ain't going to it. Count me out. To get the real experience, you have to crouch while eating with your hands. That ain't a beach you want to go to. Yeah, I ain't going. If that shit got Rainier in the title, bro, I ain't going to it. Alki, not going. I bet the good food is there. See, that's the problem, bro. All the good spots, like, bro, in my hometown, it's this little spot. This bitch don't even got a name, bro. I couldn't Google it for you if I wanted to. It's literally just a white building, bro. They don't have a name. There's no signs on that bitch, bro. You go in there, the best alligator you'll ever eat, bro. Best alligator. Any kind of food up in there is slapping, bro. The burgers, crazy, bro. But that shit's, yeah, you fuck around and get shot out there. Right after you have the best meal of your life, you might get blasted. So, yeah, no. Anything that has MLK in the name is bad too. I mean, yeah. I'm going. Hey, I used to eat there all the time. What town? What town is this? Killeen. Oh, you ain't never ate alligator before, bro? You gotta go to Texas or Louisiana. That's just mad common, bro. Alligator is fire. Tastes like spicy chicken. You can only really, that's the problem, bro. With other animals, you're always gonna say it tastes like chicken because, like, there's nothing else that you can compare it to for other people that haven't eaten the other meat, right? Like, if I tell you, like, oh, this shit tastes like, it tastes like kangaroo, you can be like, I don't know what kangaroo tastes like. So then it's still back to, like, it tastes like spicy chicken. And you're like, oh, okay, like. In Killeen, do they fry rattlesnake? Not that I know of. Usually rattlesnakes are like prohibited to touch like that. But I don't know. Maybe not in Texas because there's more. But when I was in New York and like doing land navigation, we actually got in a lot of trouble because someone I was with smashed a rattlesnake with his rifle, and they were like, "This is a fucking protected species. You can get fined $20,000 for killing this." And we're like, bro, this bitch is about to bite us, bro. We wasn't thinking about that shit. I want to go to Louisiana bad. I might move there. Do it, bro. Have you seen the live of Kevin Gates talking about how he works with demons? I think anyone listening to anything Kevin Gates has to say is really bored. Because he talks a lot of nonsense. I met that dude when I was younger. Way before he was famous, when he was just like a regular rapper from Baton Rouge. I don't think I ever told you this, but my grandpa is from New Orleans, right? And like he's been in like a couple Lil Wayne videos, and like if y'all know the boxer Regis Prograis, like he's cool with him. So I've met a handful of people. And Kevin Gates used to be he was always, he was always outrageous, but he used to be like somewhat of a level-headed dude, bro. I used to actually like really like his music. And then like he got more famous by being more outrageous, so he just continues to be more outrageous. Like he literally just says stuff just because he knows people will run with it. Like he'll just say like, oh yeah, I love touching my mama booty. I love doing that. Like he doesn't do any of the stuff he actually say. He just knows people are gonna post it and just talk about it. So he's just annoying, bro. Is this before he started? I'm guessing that says making out with his dogs or after. That's what I'm saying, bro. All of this stuff he says, bro, he just likes getting a reaction, bro. He just likes saying the most random stuff he can say, bro. Like, the most random, bro. The amount of times he's talking about smashing his cousins, bro. And, like, that's believable in the South. That happens. I remember I told Axa about kissing cousins, and she was like, "What the hell is a kissing cousin?" I'm like, "There ain't no kissing cousins up north." All right, forget I said that. But I could believe that he did that because the South is like small, and you be in a small town and you don't know someone's your cousin. But they asking her like, "But you stopped, right?" He was like, "Hell no, I ain't stopped." I'm like, "Nah, you tripping, bro. Like he's just talking, bro. He just be talking. Like no one's gonna keep smashing their cousin if they find out. That's disgusting. That's sickening, bro." It's because he's an Aquarius. You know what's funny, bro? I don't even know all of those star signs. Kevin Gates says he's possessed by a 3,000-year-old spirit. Yeah, that's believable. I totally believe him. Tell that 3,000-year-old spirit to rap a little bit better because his music been falling off. And if you were possessed by a spirit, would you really say you were possessed by a spirit, or would the spirit be talking for you? I don't know, man. He says they run in packs of 100. I always heard it was 8, but I guess it could be 1,000. I said 100, but I meant 1,000. Did I say 100? Like playing it back in my head, it sounds like I said 100. But yeah, I thought it was like 7, not 1,000. He does have good music, to give him credit, but it used to be a lot better. It used to be a lot better. His music actually used to have substance back in the day, like substance for what he was going through, like way less sexual content. Not to say that he didn't make sexual content, but it was more about like the struggles of life and just like real stuff. Like now, bro, it's just like I said, everything he does is kind of outrageous because that's his character. He knows people are waiting on him to do the next outrageous thing. So Kevin Gates out here sucking his cousin toes. Yeah, that's a very Kevin Gates thing to do. Hey, I gotta take a piss again. So give me a second. Oh, sorry, Jim. Didn't mean to step on you, bro. You good? Man. He's also a religious Muslim. Hey man, I don't judge anyone's journey with religion because life is tough. So I'm not gonna say too much about that. I will say that like he did learn the Al Fatiha, put it over a rap beat, which is like insanely blasphemous. But like I said, the fact that he learned it, said it, I'm like he's on some kind of religious journey. You know what I mean? I don't know. Seen a tweet you put. What happened to just saying I love you? That wasn't Kevin Gates. That was NLE Choppa. But I don't know. He's the same way, bro, and they're from like roughly the same area. I just feel like I'm not gonna say anything specific because I don't want people from Baton Rouge coming after me. But like, I feel like certain parts of Louisiana are just a little bit loony, a little bit nuts, bro. Like I said, Kevin Gates used to make some good content, man. I remember there's this one song. It's pretty old now. I don't even know if you could find it, but it was called "In the Streets of BR." And that was a good song, man. It was like talking about life and stuff. Like, in the streets of BR, it's the hardest way of living. The good die young and all the other go to prison in the streets of BR. Listen close and pay attention. The church ain't safe, so I ain't looking for religion in the streets of BR. And they were just talking about like different like life paths and uh what was that one verse? My partner sister young and like to flirt. An older dude raped her. I could never know the hurt that hurts. Like, he used to talk about serious stuff in his raps, bro. But now, like I said, I don't listen to that stuff, bro. I do not listen. Hold on. Gotta make sure nobody calls me or texts me when I go to the bathroom. Damn, been on for 2 hours. Well, I wonder if Ox is bringing food home. What y'all think? Oh, y'all, let's make a bet. What do y'all think she's bringing home? Your options are nothing, Mexican food. There's really nothing else in this area. Asian food. We'll break it down into those general categories because those are the most popular things here. Nothing, Asian food, Mexican food. What's your guess? Bro, ain't no way she just bringing me a cookie, bro. There's no way. I'll starve to death and die. I will pass away, bro. In this chair. I'm already slowly dying. I can feel it. She bringing you New Orleans Cajun seafood? Definitely not. Definitely not. What the hell did I click on? Mexican for sure. How does she brings that pollo loco? Not happening. I was possessed by a 3K spirit on YouTube today. No, you're just old. You just don't know how to work technology. Yo, how far are you behind that you just replied to that? Or is your stream behind or are you just scrolling up and reading old comments? Or did you just make a reference to something old in the chat? You're gonna lie now and just say it was a reference, but I know that your stream is just behind. 100%. She's the reason that there's Bing on this computer. Facts. She's probably gonna reply to that like 20 minutes from now. You know, one time, I think it was the last time I was on live, or maybe the last time before that, she was like, "Yeah, I was telling you I was outside, but it was delayed or something like that." And I'm like, you know what? Now I know that she just be like 20 minutes behind the chat. Like, she just doesn't know how to use technology. She probably didn't even comment on that live stream. Now that I know that she be commenting on regular videos thinking she's on live streams, no way. She probably commented on like a video from 3 years ago, like, "Hey, I'm outside." So W, your vote's Mexican. Planet Moolah is basically saying nothing with his guess. So he thinks she's not gonna bring me food. I said Jim got so impatient he ate all of his food, by the way. And he doesn't have any food left in his bag. So there's that. In the streets of BR. Listen close and pay attention. The church ain't safe, so I ain't looking for religion. What in the hell did I just click on? Trump hit with sweeping indictment and alleged effort to overturn 2020 election. How did that pop up? What did I click? I was trying to click on YouTube, bro. I'm not trying to read the news right now. That was very interesting. I do not care about Mr. Trump. Okay, I'm back on the stream. It's just going incredibly slow. He gets sued so much. Who hasn't sued him? Me. I'm the last person, bro. So you don't like pollo rostizado? When did I say that? I don't remember saying I didn't like that. When did I say that? My laptop just started going extremely slow. Look, guys, she just replied to the Bing comment. I told y'all, bro. I told you she was gonna respond to that like 20 minutes later. Oh my god, she's so funny. That was a very Bing response to come in 20 minutes later and say, "Hell, not a Bing." I think Axa doesn't know that she can update the stream to be live. I think she probably clicks out of it and goes to different apps, and then she comes back and then she plays it from where it's at. That's my guess, if I had to guess. But she's probably not going to hear that for another 2 hours, so kind of doesn't matter. Oh my god, what did I do? Why did it start going so slow? It has its phases, man. I need to buy a new one. That's what I need to do. I'll be home in 5. Notice she didn't say I'll be home in 5 with food. So that might indicate that she didn't get food. It's possible. But I'm prepared to eat the last peanut butter and jelly Smuckers if she didn't bring food. If she didn't bring food. Bro, just be happy for your cookie. What happened to good manners? Listen, man. I did a hard workout today. If I only ate a cookie, probably wouldn't be able to go to sleep. My stomach would probably start eating itself. Probably. I don't know. I based that based on your reaction to Pojo Loco. No, we don't have that up here, bro. So I just said hell nah, cause that's literally not possible. You should eat something after you work out and stop relying on dinner alone. I did eat something. I ate Mexican street corn Cheetos. Here's the thing. If I ate something after I worked out, if I ate real food after I worked out, then I wouldn't be hungry at dinner and she'll be like, why don't you want to eat? So, yeah, can't win, man. It's a lose battle. Gotta pick your battles. That's not food. Yes, it is. It literally is food. And on top of that, that was like 12 o'clock, bro. Eat something smaller. Like what, bro? That's what I'm saying. Like, what am I gonna eat? I work out. I eat what I can at work. And I come home. I'm not gonna cook something when I get home because that's like 4 o'clock. I'm not gonna make food at 4 o'clock when we normally eat at like 7. I definitely wouldn't be hungry then. But just think, a sandwich. That's what I'm saying. That would be the third time that I eat something big, like relatively big in a day. You're just on a totally different schedule than me. So in your head, you're like, oh, well, just eat something else. But like, I eat when I wake up. I eat when I get to work. There's no Subway next to my job. I don't know where you got that from. Uh, I eat after I work out. If I ate again, that would be the fourth or fifth time that I ate real food in a day. I'm definitely not gonna eat dinner after that. That's why I wait. So there has to be like a gap. But I haven't eaten since like 12. It's 9 o'clock. So that's actually a really long time. That's not like a couple hours. Eat some raw liver and ramen with hands. Yeah, those subways are off post though. I'm not gonna go off post just to get some food. Like if I eat a Subway sandwich, like when that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know when you're suggesting that I eat the Subway sandwich. I eat real food at 12 o'clock. That's what I'm saying. That's 9 hours. That's a long time. Hey, Mr. Carter. I heard Jimmy John's is freaky fast. I went to Jimmy John's a couple times on post. It's pretty good. It's decent. Pretty decent. Hey, Mr. Carter. Let's see, what time was this comment at? Oh, I can't see what time the comment was at. I just wanted to see when Axel said I'll be home in 5. So I could call her a liar. Can you DoorDash on post? I don't know. I've never tried it. I feel like you can. But I feel like it would have to be something from on post. if that makes sense. Because they're definitely not gonna let some random driver on post from off post. Probably could DoorDash it to the gate, but if I drove to the gate, I would just be like, I might as well drive to the place too. Like, I used to get Domino's delivered on my base all the time. The driver could just drive on base with no ID? Or are you saying you used to get the Domino's from on base? Because that's different. Because I work right next to Domino's. So, like, yeah, I could. Well, I mean, I wouldn't get them to deliver it. They show their license to the guy. Man, hell no. What year was that, bro? There's no way, bro. Like, you have to be an authorized driver to get on post. 2012. I don't know. Maybe they changed that rule, bro. But like, you have to. Someone in your vehicle has to have a military ID. You can't just drive on base with just a license, or else everyone would drive on base. Like, who? How? What would be the filter system? I guess. Oh, okay, okay. That's still weird, but not as weird now that I know it's not Fort Lewis. I'm just like, there's no way, bro. They be opening people's trunks. They be like, let me see what's in your trunk. Because people be trying to sneak people in, sneak girls into the barracks. So they just randomly stop cars and they're just like, open it up. I'm like, bro, I don't got nobody in my trunk, bro. The thing that pisses me off most about that search is that they're not allowed to touch your trunk. So you have to get out and open the fucking trunk and close it yourself. I'm like, really, bro? Don't piss me off. No terrorist wants to go there. I feel it. I feel it. I got snuck into Fort Lewis. Stay right where you're at. I'm calling the feds. You really don't have to sneak on, though. Why did you have to sneak on, bro? If someone has an ID, they can just get. You can just come on the base, unless there is a reason that you can't get on. But I don't know if they can tell that from your ID. Maybe they can when they scan it. I don't know. But they're pretty lax about that shit. I don't know. It depends on the time of day, too. Yeah, okay, because of my background. I thought so, but I didn't think about it until right after I said that, and I was like, oof. Because I remember I used to work for a moving and storage company. I think I told you this. And it was like all convicts, bro. And so whenever there was a job on base, it would be like, it would only be like two of us that could get on. They'd be like, I can't get on. And we'll have to move all that shit by ourselves. And I'd be like, damn, bro. Why you think the military is struggling to recruit these days? Because there's no benefits to joining the military. There's no incentives, and people are more informed about recruiters and all kinds of shit. So if I would go back in time, I wouldn't get tricked into doing it either. But you know, it be like that, man. Damn, moving is a tough job. It was tough, but it's cool. All right, y'all, we about to eat, so thank you for your service of commenting. Oh, what is it? What did you get?
Thai.
She got Thai food, so if you guess Mexican, you lost. Uh, Planet Moolah said fucking Cajun food. You lost. Everyone lost. Everyone was wrong.
Did anyone say nothing?
I don't think so. I think
Good.
everyone's.
I was gonna say whoever said nothing is fake as hell.
Nah, I think everyone said something. They're just wrong. But she might have picked Thai food because she knew that I was betting y'all. So there's that.
No, I was already
Oh, okay,
I was
never mind.
walking to my car when you asked them.
All right. How long did I do that for? I did moving and storage for like a year, or maybe like half a year. I'm lying. There's a lot of military vloggers talking about bad leadership is why they get out. I mean, that's been like the entire military history, but it's just, yeah. Back in the day when things weren't as expensive, military pay and benefits and all of that shit made up for the trouble that it was worth, and there was a lot less war. Yeah, like you would do 20, get a stable check and shit. I was about to say he wants to jump up. And like the money that you were gonna get, you probably could buy a house and shit with, bro. Like that fucking money, bro. That shit's not. Motherfucker's getting like 30K a year, bro. It's decent when you're living on the barracks or in the barracks, but like not later. You know what I mean? Anyways, y'all, I'm hungry, so officers are getting decent pay. Still not amazing, but yeah.
That's decent.
Hmm?
That's decent.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna end the stream yet because I'm gonna look up what a lieutenant makes right now.
Lieutenant means officer?
Yeah, lieutenant through general officers. Remember, Kendall used to be a lieutenant, and then he got promoted to captain. And remember, Christina wanted to be.
I don't know what all that means. It just means. I just know general's number 1, and then colonel's number 2,
I mean,
and
yeah.
then everyone else.
Technically, it's the opposite, but yeah.
Colonel? I thought your dad was a colonel.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, as far as the ranks are concerned, lieutenant is number 1 because that's the lowest. So it goes from 1.
Well, you know what I mean.
I know, that's what I said. Technically, it's the opposite.
Yeah. Sound like Rolando over here.
Don't ever compare me to Rolando. This motherfucker was arguing with me about Greek today. I was like, bro. Alright, let me pull up the military pay chart for 2023. Do you think Rolando was trolling about eating ramen noodles with his fingers?
No, he meant that.
Oh my god, where's the chart? Hey, Mr. Carter. It's going so slow. Don't worry, y'all. I'm gonna find this chart. And I'm gonna get us out of here. 2023 basic pay table.
Okay, it's not that deep.
It is. It is.
Can you throw my phone? This way.
Your laptop's just mad slow.
Yeah, because you put a whole bunch of crap on it.
Don't ever disrespect me. Okay. I got it. It's just hella small. Effective January 1, 2023. Let's look at a lieutenant with less than 2 years of service. So someone that just got out of college, their monthly pay is $3,637.
Oh, but they get the housing stipend and medical.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I was saying. Like you're roughly getting like 40K,
Yeah.
but you get your health care taken care of. You know what I mean? So 40K, you know, it's okay. It's not amazing. Now if you're like a 03, 04, now those dudes, they're getting $5,000 a month. That's different. It's still not crazy, but it's better. When you were in the military, if there was a war, would you have gotten sent out? Yes, there was a war when I was in. We've been at war. I think we didn't pull troops out of Afghanistan until like 2022. All right, but actually, I'm actually hungry and I gotta go. I gotta go. But I might be on here tomorrow, probably, maybe. Who knows? We'll see. You'll know by 6:30. Peace. Thank you for your service. You guys are real troopers, soldiers, and you should get a military discount at the mall if you buy some shoes.